23rd of June, the people of Britain voted to leave the European Union.
The Article 50 process is now underway, and in accordance with the wishes of the British people, the United Kingdom is leaving the European Union. This is an historic moment from which there can be no turning back. I have just chaired a meeting of the Cabinet where we agreed that the government should call a general election to be held on the 8th of June. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Let's be clear. We have not changed the principles that we set out in the manifesto. As we ran this campaign, we set out to consider the issues that are the key priorities for the British people.
The mainstream media has been busy all year publishing dire warnings of the consequences of a no deal Brexit, warnings emanating out of the government and the Bank of England, the latest of which was the government warning of a loss of 9% of GDP, albeit as a deviation from a trend over 15 years. Soon followed by Britain's central bank, the Bank of England, setting forth its own no deal economic armageddon forecasts, warning of an immediate economic collapse on a scale twice that of the 2008 financial crisis, a 25% collapse in sterling, a collapse in GDP of 8%, inflation soaring to over 6.5%, and a 30% crash in UK house prices. Though it should be noted that none of the similar fear-mongering pre-EU referendum materialised, as the UK economy continued to grow on a similar trend trajectory to what it was on before the EU referendum Brexit result. Whilst here's a summary of the UK government and Bank of England's forecast of what they expect to happen to the UK post-Brexit, coupled with my own forecast as of February 2016. My 5-year house prices trend forecast published December 2013 is now nearing its conclusion, ending on release of December 2018 data during early January. Therefore, this analysis seeks to update on the current state of Britain's housing market and its direction of travel into 2019, as well as starting the ball rolling on a series of analysis on key aspects of Britain's housing market, towards concluding in my next multi-year UK house prices trend forecast that I aim to complete over the next few weeks, with many lessons learned from my existing forecast, that most notable of which is that making a 5-year forecast is pushing the envelope far beyond that which can deliver an accurate outcome in the later years of a trend forecast. A reminder that my original analysis and concluding trend forecasts were made long before the likes of the EU referendum or even a twinkle in David Cameron's eye, let alone the shock to the establishment when the people of Britain actually voted for Brexit despite the massive money thrown at the Remain campaign, with the real spend probably outnumbering the Leave campaign by 5 to 1. Thus the establishment thought that the referendum outcome was a done deal, which is why all of the political pundits, bookies, financial markets and pollsters all got the outcome very badly wrong, as this video from the Time illustrates the level of shock on Brexit night that delivered Theresa May as Britain's next Prime Minister, as Brexiteer contenders backstabbed one another out of contention for the race for number 10. And then finally, after 9 months of Theresa May wasting time decorating number 10, we had Article 50 triggered on the 29th of March 2017, the countdown to Britain gaining independence from the European Union superstate, in form of a no deal Brexit, which has always been my consistent view of being the most probable outcome, regardless of what persistently spews out of the mouths of journalists, politicians and other establishment vested interests. Then came the consequences of Theresa May's disastrous decision to call a general election for the 8th of June that delivered chaos and uncertainty instead of strong and stable, which not only further shocked Britain's political and media establishment, but also hit the UK economy hard, effectively suffering a heart attack, with confidence fast evaporating as the economy slowed down, which to this day makes a mockery of the Bank of England NPC clowns persisting in the talk of raising UK interest rates. And along with the evaporating economic confidence has been the evaporation in confidence in Britain's housing market, that risks bringing a 5-year housing bull market to a premature end. And this is even before we see the chaos that will ensue once Theresa May finally quits as Prime Minister following her failure to manage Brexit, which will likely trigger another chaotic inducing general election. Theresa May, the wrong person for the wrong job at the wrong time, has even surprised me by just how badly she has steered Britain through the choppy Brexit waters. For I'd given her the benefit of the doubt up until the catastrophic June 8th, 2017 general election, which despite reassuring utterances that continue to this day in reality left her and the country crippled in the face of a mafia-style undemocratic European Union that has remained hell-bent on the annihilation of the United Kingdom, not just economically but structurally. And my view that Tory Brexit chaos would wreck the UK economy and cripple the UK housing market is not with the benefit of hindsight, but has been my view virtually immediately following the disastrous June 8th, 2017 general election outcome. As I warned 18 months ago that Britain's house prices bull market faced impending doom, even a mini bear market that threw into doubt the remaining trend trajectory for my then 5-year trend forecast that originally forecast a 55% rise in house prices over 5 years, as my article and videos from the time illustrate. The most recent UK house prices data for October 2018, £227,702, is currently showing a 15% deviation against my original forecast trend trajectory, which implies to expect a 14% reduction in terms of the long-term trend forecast for a 55% rise in average UK house prices by the end of 2018, i.e. to a 41% rise. This is in line with my revised forecast expectations as of July 2017. The Bank of England warns of a 30% UK house prices crash. The Bank of England is basically forecasting that a no deal Brexit 30% crash would erase virtually the whole of the bull market since the 2012 low. So is a no deal 30% crash in UK house prices even possible, let alone probable, as the Bank of England forecasts? Which is what I will take a look at in my next analysis in this series, so ensure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel for that, whilst my patrons get first access to all of my analysis. So do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $3 per month.